Hi everyone, welcome back. Well, I've managed to squeeze in another Sunday special chipboard or cardboard recycling type project, and I'm going to make a little hardbacked Christmas card, kind of like a little book, but it just opens out. I'm using the cherry cobbler 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 pre-cut cards. It's part of the night before suite. Okay, so what we need is 2 pieces of, this is the backing from one of the DSP packs. The other bits that you're able to recycle also come out of the back of card packs, etc. These are a lot thicker. I think these are between 300 and 400 GSM. Don't throw them away, they'll keep them. But this is a thicker piece of cardboard. Oh my, the rain is battering down. Right, so what we're going to do is you need 2 pieces that measure 3 1/2 by 5 1/2. Okay, which we're going to stick in there. And then you need a piece for the spine, which is 5 1/2 by 1/2 inch. Okay, like so. So what you need to do is you need to this needs to be exactly on the centre fold that's already here on the card, okay? Now I'm going to apply some red tape on this and stick that down first because I do have the centre point because the pre-scored card is already scored. Okay, so let's get this stuck down first. Let me grab my scissors. Where are you? And it's just trying something new. I'm still doing all my other cards, etc. I'm just trying to challenge myself a little bit more. Okay, so what we want to do is put this centrally here. Inspiration from this came from the Posh Paper Lady, although my sizes and cards used, etc. are completely different. So I just want to place that as centre as I can on there. Okay, and get your bone folder. It looks a little bit... No, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. It'll all come together, trust me. So the initial inspiration came from her. She's lovely. She's in America. She's got quite a big following. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add all of my red tape to the kind of like strengthened cardboard. That's what it is. That's what I think it is anyway. That's what I'll call it. Oh dear. If you don't have any cardboard, you could always double up a couple of pieces of cardstock if you wish. Although that could be a bit of a waste, or you could use an old cereal box. Great way to recycle the card used in the packaging for your cereal. Yeah, I might start doing that myself actually. Watch this, I'll end up with boxes and boxes of cardboard to recycle. No point in having too much though. Right, okay, so I have the tape on. Okay, so what I need to do is we're going to position them about 1/8 of an inch away from the centre spine. Okay, and I'm crafting with my pyjamas on. I'm not long out of the bath. I had to put it roasting hot because I've been a bit achy today. It's mainly my legs and my back that affects, and as the day goes on my hands get really sore as well. Right, so we're just going to line this up the best we can. Now that is straight, which is telling me my centre piece is slightly off. Now, am I able to rectify that with red tape? No. But you know what? We shall make do. It will work. It will work. Okay, so what we want to do is just fold over and burnish the sides. Okay, like so, making sure it's flush. Oh, don't forget to bone fold this bit down. Make sure there's no air bubbles in with your sections that you've just stuck down there. Okay, lovely. And again here. As long as you've got about ½ an inch, so it's going to kind of look like that. It's just another way to use up these cards. I've got a few that I want to use up, so I'm just mitering the corners now. Not exactly flush with the corner, but as close as you're going to get, because we don't want a little gap, you see. Okay, right, let's get some red tape on the edges. Now it's important that these are put on properly so it doesn't overlap, and that it doesn't bevel your card. So if you kind of work from one side over to the other, you should avoid that. You could almost hear the air bubbles popping out, you know, if it's not quite flush. So, what else I'm going to use in this project is, well, first of all, I am going to add some wet glue just to reinforce this section. Oops, a little bit squint there. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, I am going to use some of the Memories and More cards. Right, let's try this. So I'm going to peel off all the backing of the red tape. If I can get it off, come on. Don't be shy, don't be shy. Quite like this. So the reason as well I'm practicing kind of the hard-backed projects is to eventually maybe go into doing some journals. I know that's a big thing now, and I've always wanted to do that as well. I'm not talking big huge journals, but certainly templates for some. Right, now I'm just going to fold over and hold that for a second. Give it a little burnish, and if the glue sneaks out the corners, it's absolutely fine. Let's do the other side. The glue is just, like I said, for some reinforcement, and it will sneak out to the little bits that you've maybe not got red tape on. I like it, I like it. Not as bad on these sides as they're thinner, but I'm going to add some anyway. Okay. There we go. You could hear it popping if there is any little air bubbles in there. And these cards you could make for yourself. You could bring them in and out each holiday time, whatever you like. Now, what we need to do is line the inside. Okay, so we've got that on the outside, and I know it's not quite flush, but you'll see in a minute it will kind of level out. We're going to line this with some cherry cobbler. Okay, and what we need to do is just 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. So if I measure that up as, if I do, let me see, what do I want? I want 7 1/4 by, roughly, you can change this as you wish, 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. So write that down, 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. So 5 1/4 is here. And then we're going to do 7 1/4. And I think it's good for you to see how I am working out the measurements as well, because sometimes you can't be bothered referencing tutorials. Well, I know I can't. So 7 1/4 by 5 1/4, and that's just covering that nice. I do like it. Right, now what we need to do is red tape all the way around each of the the sides, okay, like so. I am definitely going to invest in one of these big fancy double-sided tape gun machines for things like this. I literally had about 3 shots of my snail, my Stampin' Up one, and I used it all because I used it on one of these projects. I thought, well, that was an expensive lesson. Not meaning the snail's expensive, but to use a full one in one project was a bit much. Right, now, I'm going to add some tape across here, just mainly in the white sections, and that way it's not going to pop off anywhere. Okay, so making sure it's flush, everything's flat, working one side to the other like so. I think one more for fun. Awesome. Then the fun starts because we need to peel all of this off. Now this bit overruns slightly, so I'm just going to snip that down. There we go. Put that with my waist. Come on, off my finger. Right, so let's pick off all the backing. Easy peasy. And then when we attach the inner section, the inner layer, we will burnish it down well and get rid of any air bubbles or little bits that are not quite flush. Now you do need to be careful when you're placing this on. Okay, I'm going to add some glue like my last one in between the tape sections just to give it some extra welly, or extra support rather. You'll get used to me. Oh look, do not set your card on the inner bit. Oh no, I hope that doesn't rip it. Come on, don't be nasty. I'll fix that, don't worry. That was a rookie mistake. So we're going to pop it down as straight as possible, working from one side to the other. And you're going to just burnish it basically. Now it's at this point we need to find the folds, which are 1/2 inch apart, okay? We just want to kind of manipulate those folds. Let me see. Like so. Love it. Same with that side. And you can see how it's taken the pre-fold there. Okay, so just give that a little fold and a little burnish. And you can see we have a hard standing little card. Now this could be used to put a wee notepad in or anything. I'm really annoyed I've done that. I might just get some cherry cobbler ribbon, or I'll put my Hallmark sticker on there, which says images, copyright Stampin' Up, as well as my website. Okay, here we go. Nice, nice, nice. Right, now let me find my night before cards. Here they are. Lots and lots of them. So, what I may do is, I think I will line, what is it called? I'm going to add ribbon on this now, and then I'm going to line up, or layer up rather, each side. So if I grab my cherry cobbler ribbon, you can use any ribbon that you like. Now, one thing I need to do is find my cherry cobbler ribbon, which I had yesterday, and I'm not sure what I've done with it. I am going bonkers. What am I like? Now I did hear something drop off my desk, so it's quite possible it's that, but you know what, I'm going to use a different ribbon. Let's use the striped ribbon, which is shaded spruce and gold. I think that'll be nice. So let me cut a length of that. Okay, and what we're going to do in the centre is we are going to add some red tape as straight as you can get it. Okay, just taking it up about 1/8 of an inch from the edge, 2/8 of an inch rather. Okay, right, pop that away. I love it. So let's burnish that. Make sure there's no little bubbles in it. Bubbles, bubbles, toiling troubles. Right, come on. Come on, come on. Right, so there's about the middle. Okay, now this is where you, if you draw it from the outside, the inside out, okay, just to make sure that you're getting it pretty straight. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, so you can see how it's coming together now. Right, all we need to decide now is what goes on the front and on the insides. Now, I'm thinking that this could actually, look at that, how beautiful is that? Absolutely love it. That could even be placed in. And then when it opens up, it kind of sits like that. Lots of ideas, lots of ideas. Okay, so let me find Santa. Adorable. Right, I'm going to put Santa on the front. So I need to measure what size this is again because I've forgotten. So that's 3.5. This should be 5.5. So if we cut Santa down to, let's see now, 3.5 is going to be tight, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let's see, so if I trim that off and take it to 3.5, oh, that is close. Very, very close. So by 5.5. So I want to take, I'm going to take a smidgen off the top and let's see, what does this measure? It's 5, so it needs to be, whoops, sorry guys. This needs taken down again. No, that's fine. So I need about another 2/8 of an inch off of that. Again, just eyeballing. Sometimes that's the best way. So I'm going to pop him on there. Now, you can see just a tiny little bit border, but look how beautiful it's coming together. And to get rid of this bit, I am going to simply add some ink and add a back on there as well. Isn't he gorgeous? Right, so let's measure that because that will be our template for the inner sections. So let's see, 3.5 by 5 and I can't read that because it's different measurements. 3.5 by 1/16 under 5.5. Oh my god, that's going to confuse me. Right, so there's the front. Oh, excuse me. Okay, right, what else am I going to put in here? So we've got this guy for the front, like so. Adorable, absolutely adorable. What I'm also going to add on here is some bells, I think. I've got so much cards in this set. Isn't that stunning? Right. Oh look, there's already a Santa there that's... Oh no, that's the front. I've already cut that. Oh my god, what am I like? Somebody shoot me now! Okay. I think I'll use ho 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 on the inside. And I'm just trying to see if I can... In fact, I'm going to layer that up with that for the inside. I'm going to see if I can incorporate one of these to and put a slit in it to put a gift card in. I think that's what we'll do. So let's trim. Oh, whistle, whistle, trim this to 3.5. So I'm just going to take, I'm just eyeballing here. That's perfect, that will do 3.5 by, let's take a little smidgen off of here. If you want to be so pernickety or exactly right, then please do measure out properly. Oh, I do like that. Now I'm going to have to make it shorter because I forgot the inside is slightly thinner. So if I make that 5 and 3/8. So the inside bits are going to be 5 3/8 by 3 3/8, sorry, by 5 3/8. Perfect. 5 3/8 by 3 3/8. Right, I'm just going to trim it off there. So 5 3/8 by 3 3/8. Okay, so that's pretty okay. I'm going to take a little bit off the top of here and see how we go. So 5 and 1 2 3/8. Yep, I think that's working out okay. That will go on the inside in here. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a line over here. Now to do that, all I'm going to do is place it in my trimmer. Okay, and then I'm going to cut like so. And I'm just going to check that a business card will go in there, because that is the same size as a gift card. Perfect, and that can sit in there like so. There's a good idea. There's a good idea. Right, now let's get the trimmer out of the way. I'm not discarding my scraps as yet. Right, so let's get this, I'm just going to glue these in. Okay, I can put it on the full width of that because this is just a flush inner cover. Okay, so I'm just trying to straighten it out a little bit. Oh, isn't that cute? I do like it. This one, we're just going to glue around the edges and on the top half, not on the bottom half, because that is where our gift card is going to slide into. Right, so let's get this positioned carefully. Do like it. Right, now we're just going to burnish that like so. Okay, just going to pop one of my business cards back in. If I can get it back in. But where's my tweezers? So I'm just going to pop that in there just now. Okay, now what I want to do quickly is take one of the stickers from the sticker pack that comes with these. Right. And I'm going to use, let's see for the size. This may be too long. Yes, it is. But what I want to do, oops, sorry guys. I'm just going to close my blinds now because the sun's just came out for a change. It's not common here in Scotland, you know. Right, I'm just going to pop that sticker back in. What I want to do is layer something across here, okay? So, what I can do is I can put a sticker over here so that this isn't going any further across and it's going to be held tight enough. Alright, so I can't decide now. You know what, I think I may actually I'm just going to have to trim off these little flag sections of this sticker sentiment because I really want to use it. So let's, oh sorry guys, let's see for positioning it. There, do like that. Of course they pull that out and you get this. Okay, so I'll pop that back in. Okay, now I'm going to discard of those wee stickers now. How are we for time? 25 minutes. I do apologise. These more complex things take a little bit more time. Right, now he is definitely been glued on flush, so let's open our booklet up. Our fancy, either a Christmas card or a fancy gift card holder. I'm going to go with gift card holder because that's what I've decided now. So burnish this well. See, this is why I don't like any other glue except Tombow. Tombow fuses really quickly. And you can see I'm kind of moving my cardstock because I'm using another glue. Now, let me see. This scrap piece has lots of little sentiments on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilise these. Okay, so I'm simply going to cut. It just shows, don't throw away your scraps. Have a look, see if you can make anything out of them. Now look at that, there's a little sentiment area that says merry and joyful. Okay, so I am going to cut away the dot and then we have two words then. And we can stagger them on this. And look how well it goes, it's lovely. And I can layer them up if I like. But for today I may just stick them down. Right, now we want something on the back here, so let's have another look. Let me have a look at my DSP, because if you don't have the memories and more cards but you have the DSP, feel free to use some of those. Now I have a lot of scrap bits here. So I may use some of these to fill up the back of the card. Not a lot of people are actually going to see the back. I am just thinking for the sake of covering up that section. Okay, so I am going to put one strip on here and I'm going to make sure the white bit underneath is covered. I'm just going to mark it where I need to cut it. Okay, so using snips, get that cut off, and let's get this. This is quite relevant because it's little parcels, little Christmas stamps. Okay, so this will make do for another gift card or money wallet for one of my nephews. So again, hold it and burnish. Isn't that fab? Do like that. Not quite centre, but I'm not too worried. Not too worried at all. I think I will split this in half. Let's see for the size. Just making this up as I go. But this will be a chat at a time where hopefully a few of you guys are free, so if you get distracted by my waffling or the length of this tutorial, at least we'll be chatting away together. Right, so let me get my trimmer. I'll need to get it out after all. And then I'll need to go and dry my hair once I'm done. So I'm going to trim right about there. And we're going to split this and stick it at each side of that middle panel. The only reason I'm doing this is because I did put it on squint. Well, not squint, too close to the centre. So this will break it up and take the focus away. I don't think anybody would particularly notice that it was slightly to the one side, but I do. Right. I wouldn't be happy knowing that it was squint. Right, so let's pop this one on as well. It's just because the ribbon's there, it's taken a slight tiny bit off the length of my DSP. So you might want to bear that in mind when you're cutting your own. Wow, do like it. How cute! How cute! Right, now let's see if there's anything else we can pop on here. Ho ho ho! We can have love to and from that you can write on. Where can I put this now? Can I put it under here? Nope, I'm not going to do that. See how easily that sneaks in. Oh, hang on. Let's get rid of the little dot. Right, now I want to put some other things on. Why not? I'm going to just use these stickers up. Christmas will be here and gone before we know it. I'm just thinking where to position these. You know what? I'm just going to stick them down. And I'm just going to pop this like that. Merry Christmas to and from. Just going to add a little holly sticker there, just to kind of break up the fact that there's no twine or anything inside our little labels. Look how sticky these are. And I need one more thing on here, and I think I'll use a little. No, I'm not adding anything else. I want to leave room for writing on here. Okay, so I do like that. Let's tie this and see where we go from there. We're at 33 minutes. It is a long one, guys. This could also be made into a little mini photo album if you wish. Okay, I do like that. I'm not going to add any bells. But I am going to stick these bits on the front, and I'm going to use dimensionals. In fact, I'm going to use my foam strips. Okay, so let's turn these over. I can't pick them up for some reason. So I've got the foam adhesive strips here, really handy if you want a little bit of height. So split that in half, pop that on there, and you can see the depth that you get. Look, I've destroyed one of my gel nails already. And it's so bugging because I just want to pick them all off now. Right. Right, I'm going to pop that here. Please tell me that's not the window cleaners. The language that comes out their mouths is ridiculous. Joyful and merry. Okay, so there is our little Sunday evening project. Do think that is adorable. Let me cut the edges of this so that it's in a lovely little point. Oh, it's not the window cleaners, it's a postman. Okay. So there is our little project. Let's go through it quickly again. Reinforced using recycled card from your DSP paper packs or card packs. You could use chipboard, you could use cereal boxes. And we have made, it was to be a hard standing Christmas card, but I've changed it into a gift card folder. So thank you so much. Let me know if you thought that was alright. I'm sorry if it's been a bit long. I'm off to dry my hair now. It's probably half dry and all fuzzy, but never mind. And I'll speak to you all soon. Thank you so much. Bye.